I was fair to all my victims except one man, notorious kidnapper Evans. Evans, the notorious kidnapper, says he was fair to all victims of his kidnap except for Mr Cosmos Ojukwu. He said he treated the man unfairly because the man paid his demand swiftly. He however claimed he does not use bank in transacting his kidnap business. Notorious kidnapper, Ojukwu Ojukwu, aka Evans, has insisted that he was fair to all his victims despite the public perception of him. According to the billionaire kidnapper, he was unfair to only one of his victims. He also insisted that he does not collect ransom using banks because he could be traced easily. He said, "I don't collect ransom abroad. I don't give bank account to my victims because it could be traced." Whoever made the allegations that he paid part of his ransom in South Africa isn't sincere. I would have been arrested and they should bring the account number they paid the money into. The Interpol can trace the account and know the owner. I collect my ransom in Nigeria and after collecting it, I also do not travel abroad. I usually ask the people keeping my victims to tell them that I have traveled abroad. He said he treated the man unfairly because the man paid his demand swiftly. I usually call my victims' relatives with my satellite phones and inform them that I was out of the country. This would make them relax a little, and after some time, I will ask my boys to release the victims and drop them where they could locate their people. I was fair to my victims. Going further, he said the only wrong things he did to his victims was to chain, blindfold and detain them for months. According to him, this was an effort for them to meet his demand. He insisted that the only victim treated wrongly by him was Mr Cosmos Ojukwu, who he said he collected an extra sum of $200,000 from after receiving an initial payment of $1 million. After he paid the $1 million, I demanded swiftly than I expected more. I informed him while he was being released that I would be collecting another ransom from him. I told him he would have to pay me an additional $200,000 because the $1 million he gave me earlier were in old currencies. I asked him to bring my balance. He felt I was joking. Then I informed him that I was not just going to kidnap him again, but would hunt his entire family. He panicked and called me that he had raised the money. I asked him to bring the money to Oka. When he got there, I asked him to lodge in a hotel. He obeyed me. At night I asked to bring the money to where I was. He obeyed me and paid me the money. From that time I left him alone. Meanwhile, security agencies in Bales Estate seem to have identified a gun supplier of alleged notorious billionaire kidnap kingpin, Ojukwu Ojukwu, aka Evans. Evans, who has been making useful confessions since his arrest, had named one Suoya as one of the active members of his gang, who was tasked with buying arms and ammunition for their operations. He said, when Suoya, who lives in Bales Estate, called me and expressed fears, I also assured him that nothing was going to happen. I told him I was making plans for another operation and needed him to go into the creeks and buy a new set of arms and ammunition.